and welcome to the Sallie Tomato YouTube channel. Today I'll be your instructor for the Kelly bag pattern. Step by step, I'll show you how to make this adorably chic cinch bag. This classy mini bag has a drawstring closure, glamorous chain strap, and is great for featuring luxury fabrics such as faux fur, velveteen, sequins, canvas, and more. The name was inspired by Grace Kelly and popular fabrics of the 1960s. Be sure to purchase the pattern before taking this class. The pattern and your supplies can be purchased from our website or request them at your local quilt shop. We have a variety of luxury looking fabrics to choose from, which will make your Kelly bag as glamorous as you'd like. Please remember to shop local whenever you can. I encourage you to pause this video as the steps progress, so that way you can sew along with me. So let's get started on this fun project. You are going to love how quickly this adorable bag comes together. I'll see you in class.
Start by cutting out your pieces according to the pattern. The main fabric will be used for the exterior. See the back of the pattern cover for recommendations. The accent fabric will be used for the drawstring and tabs. You can either coordinate this with your main fabric so they blend together, or you could contrast them. The lining fabric will be used for the lining and strap connectors, and the fleece will be used to stabilize the exterior. Center one fleece piece A on the wrong side of each main piece A, a 1/4 inch up from the bottom edge. You can clip or pin these pieces together or use basting spray to help hold the fleece in place. Baste a 1/4 inch from the side edges of the fleece. If desired, you can quilt each main piece A to hold the fleece in place and also add some detail. You can simply do a straight quilting design, you could try doing free motion, or since this bag is very small, it's a great opportunity to test some quilting designs and try your hand at doing free motion quilting. With wrong sides together, press each long side of piece E to the middle. Top stitch an 1/8 inch from each long edge. Subcut piece E into 2 equal sized pieces. Then slide 1 D-ring over the end of each strap connector so it's in the center and the flat side of the hardware is against the wrong side. Fold each connector in half, aligning the raw ends. Top stitch an 1/8 inch from the D-rings using a zipper foot to stitch close to the hardware. Make sure to backstitch. Next, with right sides together, position 1 connector according to the pattern on each piece D in from the left side edge, matching the raw ends. The D-ring should be towards the bottom. Stitch an 1/8 inch from the raw ends of each connector. If you'd like, you can install a metal handmade label on the right side of one piece D according to the pattern. You can visit our YouTube channel for a tutorial on how to install metal handmade labels. Next, with right sides together, align the long edge with the connector attached of one piece D along the short top edge of each piece A. Sew together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Press piece D away from each piece A with the connectors towards the bottom. Top stitch the lining an 1/8 inch from the seam. With a removable pen or chalk, mark horizontal lines in from each short bottom edge of each piece A on the right side and wrong side according to your pattern. Cut a square out of each corner of piece A and D according to the pattern. Then, with the right sides together, align all edges and seams of piece A and D units. Sew the outer edges together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, making sure to leave the gap between the marked lines unsewn. Make sure to backstitch as you reach the lines. Do not sew the cut corners. Also, leave 4 inches unsewn along the center long edge of the lining. Again, make sure to backstitch at each start and stop point. Next, with right sides together at each corner, match the side seam with the bottom seam and align the raw edges. Sew together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance to box the corners. Make sure to backstitch each of the corners as well. Turn the bag right side out through the unsewn section in the lining. Turn the raw edges of the opening to the wrong side so the folds are even with the seam. Hand sew or top stitch the opening closed. Smooth the lining down into the exterior, making sure that the main fabric is folded down into the lining according to the pattern. Top stitch the top folded edge with an 1/8 inch seam allowance. Also, top stitch along each marked line to create the drawstring casing. Backstitch over each side seam as you sew around the bag. Press the short ends of each piece D to the wrong side according to the pattern. Then, with wrong sides together, fold the long edges to the center and press. With wrong sides together again, fold and press in half. Top stitch an 1/8 inch from all edges of each piece B. Attach a safety pin to the end of each drawstring to help feed it through the casing. Simply insert the safety pin into the channel opening and push the fabric over the pin and slide the pin forward. This will help you thread the drawstring through each casing. Press each long edge of each piece C a 1/4 inch to the wrong side. Then, with wrong sides together, press each long edge to the center. Top stitch an 1/8 inch and a 1/4 inch from the long edges. With right sides together, fold each piece C in half, matching the short edges. Sew together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Next, press the seam open. You can use your finger or a seam roller. Turn each piece C right side out so the seam falls in the center of one side. Then top stitch an 1/8 inch from each side of the seam. After top stitching, trim all of your threads and repeat for the remaining drawstring tab. On each side of the bag, thread 2 ends of the drawstring through the channels of one drawstring tab. Then knot each end of the drawstring either separately or together.
Congratulations! Your Kelly bag is complete. Attach one swivel hook of the chain strap to each D-ring on your bag. Then you can begin filling your bag with essentials and more. Thanks so much for sewing with me today. I truly hope that you learned some new techniques and tips for working with different fabrics and hardware. But most of all, had fun. I hope you'll check out the rest of our pattern line for more professional looking projects. If you enjoyed this mini pattern, join our monthly mini pattern club for only $5 a month and receive a new mini pattern to your mailbox or inbox every month. These mini patterns are designed for all skill levels and they are intended to be a quick sew project. Most patterns will include a video tutorial on our YouTube channel, such as this one. Share photos of your completed project using hashtag Sallie Tomato and hashtag Kelly Bag Pattern. We'd love to see how you're using your new mini bag. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your feedback means so much to us. Thank you for watching and see you next time.